Thanks for tuning in and welcome to the Post Route Show. And now, here's your host, W. Earl Kitchings.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of the Post Route, the show where we bring you conversations with quarterbacks past and present. I'm your host, W. Earl Kitchings. This show is proudly brought to you by Quarter Phi Back, the preeminent fraternity for Black quarterbacks and home of the prestigious BIP Memorial Trophy. The trophy that is the only national award that honors both the top HBCU quarterback and the top Black quarterback from high schools around the country. Yeah, we cover a lot of ground. We're thrilled to have you with us tonight, and if you enjoy our content and love our show, hey, we ask that you support us by doing a few things. Number one, hit the like button on your computer or your phone, subscribe to the channel, and tap the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Join us live every Monday night at 7 p.m. for more phenomenal conversations. And just one other thing, you really want to keep up with us, go to our Instagram at quarter_phi_back, and you'll get more than your fill of great content, graphics, imagery. Man, we are just putting this thing together piece by piece. So Instagram, you can go to quarter_phi_back to keep up with what we are doing in the world of social media. Well, tonight my guest is a young and up-and-coming quarterback, very young man in middle school, 7th grader, and he is rising. Ironically, he plays for 2 football teams, and we're going to talk to him a little bit about that when he comes on the show. But before we do that, we've got to do our honors. So I'm going to start with the honors first from the collegiate level and give you our quarterback of the week, and that would be Mr. Jacobian Morgan, grad student out at Jackson State University. That young man put up 191 yards, but he threw 5 touchdowns, and 3 of his 5 touchdowns he threw in the last 23 minutes of a thrilling homecoming ball game out there in Jackson, Mississippi, where they were able to eke by Alabama State. The Hornets were pesky all day, but they could not get it done. On the final play of the game, but 1 second, Jackson State defense turned them away and gave them the homecoming victory to put their record now at 5-1 overall, and they are undefeated in that division of the SWAC. Jacobian Morgan, man, a fine performance, and congratulations to him because, man, if you saw that game, you had to be on the edge of your seat for the last 2 minutes because both teams went down the field and scored, and Jackson State was able to pull it out. A nationally televised game on ESPNU, 44,000 in attendance at Jackson Memorial Stadium. We don't know how many more watched it on ESPNU, but it was a thriller, and that's got to be one of the games of this year that they've got to bring back and say, well, one of the games of the week was that particular game. So again, congratulations to Mr. Jacobian Morgan. Now, as we talk about our watch list for this week, ironically, the guy who is now at the top of the watch list, 1,725 yards, he was the guy that almost pulled off the upset of Jackson State's homecoming, and he is slowly rising to be the leader of our quarterbacks at the HBCU level, and he's starting to put a little distance between first and second place. That is none other than Mr. Andrew Body of Alabama State. He put up 300-plus yards last Saturday, 1 touchdown, almost had his second one of the day, but with 1 second left at the 1 yard line, man, they just could not get it done Congratulations to this young man for now being our top quarterback on our list, and we are happy to acknowledge him along with the other players on the list who make up our Week 7 watch list. And that is a phenomenal group of guys that we are so proud of because they continue to be a group of players who are doing their very best to try to end up winning the BIP Memorial Trophy. So let me give you a rundown. At number 15, Raquan Beal, Tuskegee, 1,058 yards and 8 touchdowns. Number 14, Cornelius Brown, Alabama A&M out of the SWAC. He's just 2 yards ahead at 1,060 yards and 7 TDs. At number 13, our quarterback of the week, Jacobian Morgan. Now he's at 1,120 yards and 11 touchdowns. Coming in at number 12, Cameron Ransom, Bethune-Cookman University of the SWAC Conference, 1,131 yards. At number 11, Torrance Bardell, the graduate student out at Kentucky State, had a phenomenal game in winning his homecoming game this week against Edward Waters University. He is now at 1,180 yards and 12 touchdowns. At number 10, Brinley Vandiver, a redshirt junior with Miles College in the SIAC, 1,260 yards and 7 touchdowns. At number 9, a guy who started off the year with us at number 1. Now he's down at number 9, but that is Rasan Matthews, the redshirt freshman from Virginia State out of the CIAA. 1,318 yards is where his totals are and 11 touchdowns. At number 8, Noah Bowden, the senior at Edward Waters University, again out of the SIAC, 1,345 yards and 9 touchdowns. At number 6, Miles Scott, the phenomenal junior over there at Morehouse College, having a fantastic year. Again, another SIAC quarterback, 1,427 yards, 10 TDs. At number 5, Caleb Jackson, our quarterback of the week from last week, playing for West Virginia State. He is now at 1,428 yards and 12 TDs. Coming in at number 4, Kelvin Durham from Johnson C. Smith out of the CIAA, 1,442 yards and 13 touchdowns. Again, another quarterback out of the CIAA, Dalen Lee, the junior from Winston-Salem State, 1,475 are his total, 17 touchdowns. At number 2, the guy who was in the number 1 slot a week ago, but now he's dropped down to number 2 at 1,565 yards through 7 games, 11 touchdowns. That would be Jameer Dismukes. And once again, at the top, Mr. Andrew Body, the redshirt junior from Alabama State, 1,729 yards, 19 touchdowns. So you can see he is starting to put some distance between him and the rest of the pack. So that takes care of our collegiate guys. Let me move on to our high school guys, starting with I hope we're back. And I apologize, but technology does have a way of being kind of a bugaboo. We're going to wait for our guest to get back in the studio so we can finish our show. But again, Jelani Dipple is our co-quarterback of the week, along with Mr. Andre Adams of Antioch High School in Antioch, Tennessee. They had a phenomenal game, and that game came down to a 64-62 finish. He ended up with 401 yards on the night, 6 touchdowns. Both quarterbacks, who are our co-quarterbacks of the week, had 400 plus yards. So our congratulations to Mr. Jelani Dipple from Central East High School out in Fresno, and Mr. Andre Adams from Antioch High School in Antioch, Tennessee. While I'm waiting on my producer to get us back in connection with our guest for the night, let me see if I can make this happen. And I do apologize. Okay, there he is. So I'm going to go ahead and bring him into the studio. I apologize, man. Technology, you hit a button and everything goes crazy. But joining me tonight is my guest, Mr. Avery Edwards, the 7th grader from Austin Road Middle School and for the Georgia Eagles. Avery, welcome to the show tonight, my man.
What's up? Nice to meet you.
Everything's great. Everything's great, man. We're so excited to have you on, man. And, you know, we were talking before the show got started. Your knowledge of football, man, is just extraordinary. You were talking some things about quarterbacks and programs. So how long have you been playing this game of football, and how long have you been a quarterback?
I've been playing quarterback since I was 5 years old. I
Okay.
started playing football when I was around 4. Over the years, it has been fun. When I finally switched to quarterback was a change for me. It was a hard position at first, then it
Yeah.
became easy over the years, and it just became something that I knew I could do. I knew it was meant for me.
Well, it's nothing like having confidence in what you're doing. And those Pop Warner days, man, you transition from Pop Warner now to middle school and playing with your road team, your travel team rather. How has that transition been from going from Pop Warner to a travel team or maybe middle school football?
Um, it has been a very big change because Pop Warner is different from the Georgia Eagles and the Jaguars.
Okay.
So when I finally switched, I became a dual threat quarterback. When I
Yeah.
switched, I was able to diagnose coverages fast. I was able to know where the ball was supposed to go. I was able to get the ball out fast, and I was able to read if I needed to run or not.
And has the speed of the game at this level been different for you also?
No, sir. It feels like I'm still playing 6U, 7U because I've had so long to be able to um, adjust to it. So it's slowed all the way down for me, and I'm able to diagnose it faster than what I was able to when I was younger.
Okay. Okay. What has being the leader of your teams been like for Avery Edwards now that you have become very comfortable in being in that leadership role of quarterback? What are some of the things you have gotten even more comfortable with as a leader of your teams?
Um, I've been able to keep my teammates under control, tell them that we're good even if we're down, if we're up, tell them to keep on the gas pedal and tell them don't stop even if we're up 60.
Okay. Well, that's important, man, because it's nothing like everybody looking at you. And when you're calm and confident, everybody else is calm and confident, and they're going to get it done. I tend to ask a lot of guys their preference. Do you prefer being up under the center or do you prefer being in the shotgun?
I like shotgun because I see stuff more faster than under center. Um, because of the all of the alignment that's in my way, all of the my offensive lineman, defensive lineman, if a linebacker walked down, I wouldn't be able to see behind him if he walked down right in front of me. But if I'm in shotgun, I'm able to see where he leave from. I'm able to see if anybody slide down right there. I'm able to see if something would be wide open. I'm able to see a lot of stuff from out of the shotgun.
Do you feel the pressure off the edge from the teams you're playing? Is that become kind of something you are getting a little bit more adjusted to, that edge rush? Because in today's football, with everyone primarily being in the shotgun, the edge rushers on defense have become real dominant on defense, because they get out wider than the tackles, and if they've got speed, man, they are really putting a lot of pressure on the quarterbacks. Is that something you've gotten to be a little bit more able to adjust to?
Um, I've adjusted to it a lot because over the years, a lot of people has changed. They know how I play now. They adjusted their defense to the way that I play, so they'll bring a lot of nickel blitzes. They'll
Okay,
slide people in. They'll walk, go to the 5-man front to try to stop me, but it doesn't work.
does not work.
Just
Okay,
not.
okay, all right. So let me ask you this. What is your thought and opinion about the fact that as a quarterback, you rely greatly on your offensive line? How important is a good offensive line in your opinion?
Um, Besides a quarterback, a offensive line is the most important thing on the field because
Okay.
without them, you would not be able to do what you do. If you don't have a right tackle, you would not be. I wouldn't be as good as I am. If Cam Newton didn't have one, he wouldn't be as good as he is. If any quarterback in the world didn't have an offensive line, a good offensive line, they would not be the person they are today.
Did you happen to see the game last night between Kansas City and Detroit?
I seen probably first quarter.
And the reason why I'm asking is because they brought in I think the left tackle. He wasn't on the squad a week ago. They just brought him in, but for him to fall in to learn a new scheme, man, they say that guy played so well last night that it was unbelievable. So when you got a good tackle, when that guy's got your back in defending, man, yeah, you make sure you go over there and thank him every play that you don't get sacked, because he is over there doing his job. So that's a good thing. Um, as you've come to play for different coaches, um, who have been some of the coaches that have really helped you become a better football player?
Um, I would say James Davis from
Okay.
you might know him from Clemson,
Okay.
Thunder and Lightning.
Okay.
He's changed me to the person I am now. He's pushed me to be the person I am. He's helped me when I needed help. He's showed me different types of playbooks. Um,
Okay.
uh, I would say my coach when I was 6 from ABA,
Okay.
Coach Jawan. He's he pushed me to my fullest when I needed it.
Okay.
He helped
Okay.
me be the person I am.
Well, those gentlemen are definitely important, because as Coach Jawan and Coach Davis continue to help you mature and grow and become a better quarterback, the little things that are so important become even more important as you continue to grow in being a quarterback. So now you got one more year in middle school, and then it'll be time to make that transition to high school. Uh, do you get a chance to watch many high school games up there in the Metro Atlanta area?
I watch high school. I go to a high school game every Friday. I'm on the sideline. I'm looking at how they run it. I'm listening to how they run it. I'm listening to how the quarterback keep his composure. And I focused a lot on the quarterback.
Well, to hear you say all of that, Avery, man, it just keeps telling me that, man, this young man is definitely a student of the game, and he is definitely learning his craft and putting everything he can into it. Uh, as you've grown, how much training do you do as a quarterback on your own? How much training do you spend time doing?
On my own, I do a lot of training. I wake up probably around 10. My dad take me up to the park that's right up
Okay.
the street from us. We throw the ball. We make sure I got all my fundamentals down, make sure I got all my mechanics right. Sometimes he'll go with me. He'll help me learn coverages. He'll teach me about cover three, cover two, cover four, and stuff like that.
Okay. What would you say has been a challenging thing for you to learn and kind of get better at over the last couple of years? What has been that challenge for you?
Um, I would say it was the coverages that really got me because it confused me a little bit when I first started learning it. I didn't know what was the beaters. I didn't really know nothing about them.
Okay. And now that you've had time to adjust to that, you've made the adjustment and it's not as difficult as it once was, I take it. Okay.
No,
Uh, are there any particular throws you prefer to throw than others? I mean, some people like to throw the
um,
deep ball, some people like to throw the outs.
I
What's
like.
your favorite?
I would say outs because that's a go to for me.
Okay.
But when I do get the chance, I like to pick on the safety and cover three and throw the whole shot.
Avery, Avery, you said you like to pick on the safety, man. It's like, okay. So when you say you pick on the safety, are you really paying that much attention to how he's playing on the field so you can take advantage of him? Because you really said a lot right there. I'm gonna pick on the safety.
Yeah, I like to I like to look one way, show I'm throwing this way, then I come back to the other side and throw it right there,
I got you. I
right
got
where he left.
you.
Um,
Okay. Okay. So you like to move him around with doing things either with your eyes or moving your head so that you can be in a better position to complete the pass to your receivers.
yes, sir.
Outstanding.
I
Outstanding.
wanna I do want to thank Coach Ron, Coach Tony Ballard, Coach Reggie Ball, and Coach TC for helping me with those stuff. Coach Quincy Carter too.
Now, man, you doing some name dropping on me right now, Avery. I mean, I again, uh, Coach Quincy Carter is a member of our brotherhood. He's been on the show, so he's a member of the brotherhood. Did I hear you say Reggie Ball?
Yes, sir.
The Reggie Ball that played at Georgia Tech?
Yes, sir. I trained with him when I was
Oh,
7, 8, 9.
man, you are being dipped into some very good, talented young former quarterbacks, man. Who, man, if you're not learning from them, you're not paying attention. Reggie Ball was an outstanding player at Georgia Tech. Quincy Carter was an outstanding player at Georgia. Then went on to the Cowboys. Um, I understand you're familiar with the coach over at Locust Grove, Coach Eugene.
Yes,
So,
sir.
man, you are in a situation where you got all kinds of help surrounding you to help you become a better quarterback. So, man, we were talking a little bit earlier too about when it's time to go to high school, what high school you might want to go to, and what high school you are supposed to go to, as opposed to where you really want to go. So now, I was told you told me you're in Ellenwood. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the school that you are designated to go to would be what school again?
Bridge High School.
Stockbridge High School. Okay, okay, and Stockbridge has a pretty good team. They got some decent players out there, man. I've been keeping up with them, so they've been doing some things. But you said you wanted to go a little further up north around the edge of Atlanta. What was the name of that school you said you really want to go to?
Woodward Academy.
Woodward Academy. Okay. What's there about Woodward that really attracts you to want to be there, man?
It's a great environment. Um, when I did when I did have the chance to see it, is it's like a mini college camp, so
Yeah.
I'm able to adjust to college before I leave for college.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing, and I know. not trying to put you on the spot, but when we talk about things we like and things we want to do, I think in this day and time, parents really want to do the best, what's in the best interest of their child. So, although you may want to go to that school, sometimes you go to a place you think is good, and then you find out it's not really. It doesn't suit me because one of the things I like to look at, Avery, is does a system fit a quarterback? Because sometimes you can go to a place and that system doesn't fit you. You understand what I'm saying? And my first example of that was I thought Justin Fields, when he left Ohio State and went to the Chicago Bears, I just didn't think the system fit him. And I hope the system he's in now, does that. But any thoughts on, whether a system is a good fit and what you should do if it's not, or if it is a good fit, what you should do?
I feel like the system is the key to your success. If you don't be in a great system, you wouldn't be as good as you think you should be.
Okay. And being that you play for your travel team, the Georgia Eagles, how has that system been for you? Has that been a good fit for you?
That system has been great for me since I was 8 years old. My coach, he makes sure I have my pass plays in there. He makes sure we have the run plays in there. Make sure we have the RPOs. He makes sure I have what I need to be great on the next level.
So with travel football, how many games do you guys normally play every year?
We play a lot of games.
Is
Probably,
that right?
I would say up in like high 70s, low 80s.
Really? That many games?
No, probably less. Probably like
Oh, okay.
30, 40,
Okay.
20, something like that.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, I know it's quite a bit and you guys are traveling. Do you just travel throughout the state of Georgia?
No, sir.
Where else
Um,
do you go?
we go to Miami. We have been able to go to Miami to play for a national championship, youth national championship since my first year in 8U. We've been
Okay.
to Texas. We've been to Duval. We've been to Orlando,
Okay.
North Carolina, South Carolina, and it's a couple more.
Well, being that you're on a travel team and you get a chance to go a lot of different places, is that fun for you to be able to go to all these different places, man, and see different things and play against different teams?
It's very fun because the experience and
Yeah.
it's a great experience for me, my family, and my friends.
Okay.
Um, it's a lot of stuff that we do together to build relationships, and a lot of stuff that we do together to build bonds. Um, even if even if we don't have the best time there, we still gonna find a way to have fun.
Okay. What has been at the 11U travel team age? What has been your best game that you had, and what has been maybe your worst game?
I would say my game against DA Dragons in Texas.
Okay.
It wasn't a very well played game for me. I felt sped up. I didn't feel myself that game. I didn't play to my fullest. My best game is
Yeah.
my game against Twin City in the um, state championship.
Yeah.
Almost broke the passing yards record for the state. And we ended up winning that game by a lot.
Well, since you were almost breaking the record, how many yards did you throw for in that game, man? I mean,
Probably like 500 something, somewhere around that.
500 yards, Avery.
Yes, sir.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Almost. I think it was Julian Lewis record.
Oh my goodness. Now, to be in that realm with Julian Lewis, man, that's saying a lot because he was probably one of the most phenomenal quarterbacks to come out of the state of Georgia in the last 5 years. So If you were doing what he was doing at that 11-year age, man, you are definitely on track for doing some phenomenal things, man. That is fantastic. Wow. I'm going to really have to make sure I can be in some place. When you come to Florida again, please let me know, because I'm willing to come see you play, man, because that is phenomenal. Have you been going to many quarterback camps?
I try to go to as many as possible, but I haven't been able to catch that many. But the
Okay.
ones that I did catch, I caught the UA Next Under
Okay.
Armour camp,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's a couple more. But I am doing a camp for young diabetics in May.
Okay.
I would say it is to focus on childhood diabetes. Make sure people know that eating right is key and is to impact the community.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take this commercial break, Avery, and I'm going to come back because I want to hear more about this camp that you're working on, especially since you're talking about childhood diabetes. So stay with me, man. We're going to take a quick time out, and I'll be back in about 2 minutes.
Okay.
All right, great. My guest tonight here on the Post Route, fine young man. You can just tell by the way he's responding to questions and sharing what he's thinking that he is a student of the game, but he's just a fine student overall. So we're going to come back and talk more with Avery Edwards after we finish this quick timeout. Now, because I had that glitch with the computer, of course, you know what happens. It dropped all my information about what I wanted to talk to you guys about. So I'm just going to go on and talk to you about our book first and foremost. Let me talk about my book first. If you have not gotten a copy of The Forgotten QBs, you need to get your copy. Now, if you don't know a lot about black quarterbacks, this is one of the books you need to have in your library because it definitely brings into light and into focus those quarterbacks, prominent black quarterbacks who played at major colleges and HBCUs from 1903 to 1990. And a lot of names you may have never heard of. Some guys went on to have professional careers. Some guys went on to become mayors of cities. One guy who played at Syracuse, he went on to become one of the Tuskegee Airmen. So when we talk about the legacy of black quarterbacks and who these guys are and what they've done, this book helps to know who some of these guys are. And if you need more information, hey, go to my website here at Quarterfied Back, quarterfiedback.com. Click on the icon for, I won't say books because you can click on the book icon, but there's an icon that provides you with all the newsletters that we write about black quarterbacks at specific colleges, individual black quarterbacks. So we are putting together much information to share with you. If you want to get a copy of the book, you can email us at quarterfiedback@yahoo.com to get your order in, and you can Zelle us a payment at 904-994-2189. Or if you're going to cash app us, you can $ Q-Fi back 44 on Cash App. Either way, you can get the book, or just go to our website to find out what's going on with a lot of the quarterbacks. We do a lot of research and putting together more and more things. Now, lastly, we have now gotten a new piece of merchandise in. So we now have our Quarterfied Back silicone bands that you can purchase. These are only $8. And on one side, it says Quarterfied Back. On the other side, it says the preeminent, because that's who we are, the preeminent fraternity for black quarterbacks. So This has just come in. This is new. Orange silicone band with black writing, quarter-five back on there. We are also working on uh, a couple of other items. We were asked and suggested to us that we need to get a quarterback towel, so we're gonna see if we can get that in the works. And if we don't get them this year, we'll definitely be working on putting them out for next year. So anyway, check in with us, find out what's going on here at the post route and quarter-five back. I'm going to get back to my guest now, Mr. Avery Edwards of the Georgia Eagles travel team, and welcome him back to the show. So, Avery, welcome back to the post route. Let's talk a little bit about this extraordinary thing that you're doing as it relates to playing to make sure that children and young people are aware of children diabetes. Whose idea was that, and how long have you been doing it?
I came up with the idea probably a couple months ago. I noticed that diabetes was running rampant in our community, and it something happened in my family. So I just felt I needed to give back. I felt I needed to show people that diabetes is not something to be played with.
Okay. And what do you do in order to, you say you're out here playing games. So is it monetary things that you're trying to gain from this so you can give, or you're just wanting to make sure people know more about eating healthy, eating right, and doing things like that?
I'm just I just want to make sure people know that eating healthy and eating right is key to being a great football player, key to being a great person, key to being a healthy person. People now just want to eat candy, chips, cake, stuff like that, and that's not something that'll help you.
You are so right about that. Well, now that you said that, let me ask you, on a regular basis, what does your diet consist of? What kind of foods do you
Um,
like to eat that are healthy and nutritious to help you stay healthy?
I eat, I would say like burgers, pasta, and stuff like that. But when I do, I drink a lot of water. I eat salads. I eat sandwiches. Try to stay away from white bread. Or I forgot which bread, but
White bread, yeah. White bread, that
um,
would be it, yeah.
and it's really helped me. And I try to exercise a lot. Try to stay
Okay,
active during the day.
okay, okay. Now, as most of us who are raised in a home with mothers who love to cook, is there a special meal that your mother prepares for you that you always enjoy?
Yes. I love her. The chicken pasta that she makes. That's
Okay,
my favorite.
that's
I
your
love it.
favorite.
I also
Okay,
like when she make steak bites, broccoli, and mashed potatoes.
okay. Well, that sounds like a good menu to have. Now, I gotta ask. I know eating right is important, but there's nothing wrong with taking in some desserts sometime. Is there a favorite dessert your mom prepares, man, that just like, look,
Uh,
I love her pie, cake, cookies, whatever. What might
yeah.
that one be?
Um, Sometimes she will make sweet potato pie. I'll eat that.
Ooh, ooh.
Good.
And I know you and your dad, one slice is not enough. I know. I know. I know one slice is not enough. And I'm right there with you, man, because there's nothing like a nice piece of potato pie. Man, golly. So okay, well that's great, man. And um, now your parents help you out with your efforts for the children diabetes. How do they help you with that?
They help me a lot, making sure I know about diabetes, know how to help people. They
Yeah,
make sure I have a place to host the camp,
yeah.
and they make sure the word gets around that people should come. People should know about this stuff, and a lot of words of encouragement are thrown around.
Okay. And I understand also that you're looking at doing some type of camp for this same effort for children diabetes. Talk a little bit about your camp and what it's entail. What you're going to be doing with your camp.
At the camp, we will be talking about what you should eat to try to um decrease the rate of diabetes. We will be having fun, like little sections to go play in. We will be helping people learn what to do in football, and we will be helping people learn what to eat when they're not doing it.
Okay. If I may ask, when you are traveling with the team, what type of menu do you guys have as a pregame meal before you go out to play? What kind of things are the coaches making sure you guys eat before you guys go out and play?
Um, they try to get us to eat light sometimes. So
Hmm.
if it's a big game, we would eat light. But
Yeah.
if it's like if we're at a hotel, we will go down. We will eat breakfast like waffles, eggs, sausage, and stuff of that nature. But
Okay.
if it's a night game, me personally, I would try to eat like something like light, like uh, I would I would eat a salad, but I don't usually eat before a
Okay.
game. So that's
Have
just
have you
something.
have you ever been told that eating pasta before a game is a very good thing to be eating before you play any type of sports? Pasta,
Yes,
baked
sir.
chicken. Yeah, I used to travel with our collegiate teams when I worked at a couple of colleges, and the coaches, especially for basketball, um, pasta, salads, baked chicken, lemonade, water, fruits, those type of high energy things to kind of keep your body going because you don't want anything to weigh you down and cause you to be sluggish when you're playing. I mean, there's there's no worse feeling, man, than being sluggish on the football field or basketball court, man. It's like you're moving in slow motion. So I was just curious because up until I was working at a college, I didn't know that that was such an important meal that athletes needed to take in was things like that, fresh vegetables or salads. But that pasta and that baked chicken, man, was a big thing. Uh, Stay away from the heavy beef, things of that nature. But I was just curious because being that you're doing this great thing for childhood diabetes, man, and your camp is called the Avery Edwards Impact Camp. Uh, Now, is this the first year that you guys are doing the camp?
Yes, sir. This is
Okay,
the
and
first
where?
time.
Okay, and the information is on the screen. Now, where are you going to be hosting the camp? Where
Um, I believe it'll be at Columbia High School in
in Decatur?
Decatur.
Columbia in Decatur?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay, okay. Yeah, I I lived in Atlanta, man, for about 12 years, so I'm very familiar with a lot of teams and schools up in that area, man. So, yeah, you say something about the schools up there, man. I'll probably be like, yeah, I know about that school, this school, yeah. So, yeah, well, that'll be a great thing, and I hope that your turnout is good. I hope that parents bring their children out. Um, and this is a question maybe for your parents. Are you guys connected maybe with a healthcare facility or a hospital or some type of medical group that's going to be a part of what you're doing too?
We probably are.
Okay. All right. Well, very good. Very good. I think that is important, man. So to know that you cared enough. I mean, that says a lot about your personality and your character that you cared enough to want to make sure that kids are going to be eating right and doing what they need to do to stay healthy. Because, like diabetes, the other part to diabetes is children
Um,
who have sickle cell, and that's a real crippling disease for Black kids too. So yeah, between the two of those, yeah, those are things that need to be happening. So that's great, man. That's great.
If I am remembering, I believe we're working on the American Diabetes Association.
Okay. Well, I know they would be thrilled to be able to work with a young person like yourself in doing your camps and making the awareness of what's going on. So yeah, please do all you can, and if there's anything we can do to help you on our end, we'll be more than happy to help, man,
Um,
because that's what we do.
I just found out the location is determining on whether they should is determined currently
Yeah.
is uh, but that'll be something great for us. That'll be something we needed for a long
Okay.
time.
Well, I know you're working out the details, and I know your parents are going to make sure that everything lines up correctly. So it may not totally be all the details that you need, man. But again, for our viewers, it's the Avery Edwards Impact Camp coming up in 2026. And as they continue to grow what they're doing, if you are familiar with this young man and you're in Georgia or Metro Atlanta, hey, go out and attend this camp and let other people know about what he's doing so that your child can be aware of whether or not they've got diabetes or need to be fighting diabetes, or if it's in your family line, because sometimes we don't know what we don't know, and then when it's too late, we wish we had known. So this is a great thing that this young man is doing to put on a camp like that. So we want to encourage both youth and adults to make an effort to be a part of what he's doing. So now I like to do this. So what's your number that you wear, Avery? What's your number on the field?
Um, I've been wearing number 11 since I was 5. I started wearing number 11 um
Because
because when I was my first year of tackle football, I wanted to wear the number 1, but one of the kids on the team already had it, so I just went with two number 1s, which is number 11.
okay, so that's the way you explain it's two number ones, not 11, but it's two number ones. Okay. Now I'm going to take a guess that maybe number one might have been because of Cam Newton.
Something like that.
Okay. Now, if there was any black quarterback you could meet, if there was any, I know you've already met some, but if there was any other black quarterback you could meet, who would that be right now?
Um, I would want to meet Jaden Daniels.
Is that right?
Jaden
Okay.
Daniels. He just seemed
Okay.
like a good person. He seemed like he would help you when you needed it, and he's a great quarterback.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that, because here's the thing. As we continue to grow what we're doing, who knows? We might end up being in touch with Jaden Daniels. And if I get a chance to meet Jaden Daniels, you're gonna know. You know what I'm gonna tell him to do? I'm gonna tell him to call Avery. He's waiting on your call. Call Avery Edwards, because he would certainly like to meet you, because I think that would be a cool thing to happen, man.
I
So
would love that.
yeah. So if we are able to do something like that and connect you, we've done some things like that before. We had a young man, when I asked that same question, he said Doug Williams. Fortunately, I knew someone who knew Doug, and Doug made a call to him. And he's a guy that's up in the Atlanta area. Cam Anderson, I think, was the guy we put him in touch with Doug Williams. So we're going to work on it and see what we can do, man. You just never know. You just never know. So this is how we keep growing. Now, I do like to ask if you have any questions that you would like to ask me, just in case you had something that was on your mind.
So what made you want to play football? What made you want to play the quarterback position?
Well, I did not play quarterback when I was in high school. I played
Oh,
defensive back, but this thing with the quarterbacks started from my book, that book that I wrote. And because the path that some quarterbacks had to go through. Not everybody's always played quarterback at the high level. They've converted a lot of guys to different positions. And sometimes when they play these other positions, like if you're a quarterback in college and they turn you into a defensive back, well, people forgot that you played quarterback, so your history and legacy is forgotten. So my thing was, for black quarterbacks, I didn't ever want that to be the case ever, ever, ever again, man, that their legacies got forgotten. So this has been a thing of love and passion for me, and I believe that God gave this to me to do, and that's what I do. That's what I do. So, and it helped me connect with guys like Avery Edwards and Quincy Carter and many other guys, Bruce Eugene. So it's been a phenomenal thing, man, and I'm just so happy that in a way God saved this for me to do. Just like he gave you this childhood diabetes things, he gave me quarterback back to do so. We do what we can to make a difference. So yeah, I like the way you're working, man.
Thank
you. You told me that your favorite subject in school is social studies. Why is that a subject that you really enjoy doing? What makes that so much fun for you?
I love learning about history.
Okay.
History's a fun thing to me. Um, my first year, I really like it- school. Really got intense for me.
Yeah.
Social studies just caught my eyes. Something I always looked at. Something I loved looking at. Um,
Okay. Well, history, man, is a very phenomenal thing because you can learn so much, and it also requires you to do a lot of reading. Do you spend a lot of time reading?
Not really.
Not so much. Okay. Well, sometimes the light will go off, man, and something to hit you, and then all of a sudden you just pick up books just to learn some things. But even if it's not reading books, getting online and learning some things that's on the internet also is a great way to learn things about individuals or uh, things that happen in history. So, yeah, that's a great thing to be doing to learn history, man, because knowledge is something that is a priceless commodity. The more you learn, the more you know. And so that's a great thing. As we get ready to kind of close out the show tonight, I do want to give your dad an opportunity if he'd like to come on and say a few words about anything we've talked about tonight, because without him, I know this would not be possible. But I would just like to let our fans and our people know what a phenomenal guy this guy is behind you is, Brother Edwards. I know he probably didn't want to come on, but I'm gonna put him on the spot.
Oh, you're wrong, brother.
Hey man, it's a father to father thing, my brother. It's a father to father thing. So indulge me as a father to another
It's,
father, man.
look, I'll do this for you. How you doing, brother?
All right, all right, all right. Mr. Edwards. So
Yes, sir.
um what are some of the things that you can say about, not bragging, but just being honest about your son, that you like what he's doing? Because I mean, for him to want to do something for childhood diabetes, what was it like when he told you he wanted to do that?
I'll be honest.
Okay.
It kind of caught me off guard, just a
Yeah.
little bit. Not because he didn't think like that already, but because he was able to express it the way he expressed it.
Cool. Cool.
Um, I think that you pair that, it's hard to get certain people in the environment that you need them to be in
Yeah.
this young.
Yeah.
And for him to express it that way, I knew that there was opportunity for us to get um, different outlets involved, different college coaches involved, and things like that, and have them plug into him at such a young age. So, I mean, it was great.
Man, that is a huge thing to do for a young man that at that age has the
It's
heart. I mean, because that's stuff that comes from the heart, man. I mean,
Yes.
that's something you feel. You feel that you want to do something to help some kids or to help better life for other people. That's from the heart. I mean, you can't
Right.
teach that. You can't make him do it. And by him bringing it to you and your wife, man, that says a lot about him. But it says also a lot about the home he's being raised in. So kudos to you and your wife, man, for developing a phenomenal young man.
Well, thank you. That means a lot. I mean, I will say this: we have an excellent village.
Okay.
Mom is a great, great person. She's been a great person for the family. Um, I mean, I've known her forever, and she's helped this family tremendously. His circle of people,
Yeah.
from Coach James to Coach Ron to even Bama over at Stockbridge and those
Okay.
guys. I mean, he has a community of people that are investing into him in ways that they don't even know. And for him to be able to materialize it in that
Yeah.
way,
Yeah.
I hope that people don't take that for granted. You know, the
Okay.
way that you touch these children and the way that you plant the seeds in them that show in ways they don't even, who would have thought? You know, you
Yeah.
think that you're just planting seeds that show on a football field or, you know, in places that you can just see it, but that's something different.
Well, if you guys have got the flyer, you're going to be working on the flyer, please send it to us because we are in touch with quite a few guys in the Georgia area. Like I said, Coach Carter, Coach Eugene, Tylen Morton, Ricky Dobbs, who's a councilman over in Douglas County. He played quarterback at Navy. And just to make sure that some of these people in that area, since it's right there in Metro Atlanta, man, even guys who are in the high school level, Darnell Kelly, Duda Cross, all these guys, man, because they are part of this brotherhood, then we want to make sure that brothers to brothers of black quarterbacks, hey, man, let's support one another because it's important. And here's a young man in seventh grade doing something that's great. Hey, man, get behind him. Even if you can't come out, talk it up and tell people they need to come
Yes.
to it. So that's what it's all about, man.
That means a lot. Community, relationships,
Yeah.
building allies, the
Yeah.
right types of allies. That's something that we need in our community drastically. And I appreciate you even being here and even allowing this platform because the forgotten quarterback is a real thing.
Absolutely.
And we haven't been able to chronicleize it or put it in a place. This is the first time we can ever do something like this.
Got you.
So for you to start this ball rolling is going to create a legacy far beyond all of us. So yeah, it matters.
Well, thank you. That means a lot. So before we get out of here, I got to do this final thing. So Avery Edwards, by you coming on the show tonight, we would now like to welcome you into the brotherhood known as Quarter Phi Back. The Quarter Phi
Okay.
Back fraternity, the preeminent fraternity for black quarterbacks. My brother, you are now part of a great group of guys. So welcome to the fraternity.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So after the show, hang out for a minute because I need to get some information, but we will be getting you your lifetime membership certificate, your lifetime membership letter, and now you will be getting your membership packet that has a few gifts in there that we think you should have as a part of this organization. All right?
I really appreciate it.
No, my pleasure, man. So we're getting ready to close, man. Thanks again for Avery Cross and his dad for being our guest tonight here on the Post Route. Again, they are so important to what we do. So until next time, Monday night, 7 o'clock, here on the Post Route, as we always say, go deep and go for the bomb. Take care, everybody. See you next week.
Yes, sir.